The great Mahavira, Babuji Maharaj, said he was so pure. He had to wait from his previous birth to his most latest birth for 5,000 years because he could not find a matching embryo, matching soul, matching mother's vibrations that could attract such a soul. So the soul hovers around this mother's womb. The genetic process has started. It is the soul that becomes very important now by remaining outside in that vicinity of the womb. It starts applying its force. It accelerates this division of cells. First critical organ that is formed is the heart. And from the heart, again, slowly other organs are nourished. Now when the embryo is ready and proper brain formation is there, and as soon as Brahmarandhra is formed in the brain, which is here, the occipital area of the brain, which in Heartfulness tradition we call it as the 12th point. The soul enters through the 12th point. Moment Brahmarandhra chakra is completely formed. And this happens within 3 months of embryo development. Why doesn't the soul enter before 3 months? For that, I'll have to give you a small example. Let us see if I'm manufacturing an electronic device. If it is not completely formed and I plug it with the electric current, what will happen? Heart is the seat of the soul. That's where it resides. It is through this heart that it reaches out to all the chakras in the system as well as other dimensions which are not experienced. We have so many dimensions to cover, physical as well as metaphysical. When our journey begins from the heart, that means the soul's energy is now moving upward. Now when the soul's energy moves upward and settles on the Atma chakra, but does the soul actually move there? No, it doesn't move there. Think of it this way. There is a trunk of a tree and there are many branches. One branch is reaching here, another branch is reaching higher, another branch is going this way. So like that, there is a heart here. Atma resides there. One branch that goes up to the Atma chakra. Energy flows there. Another branch extends up to the Agni chakra. Energy flows there. So in this heartfulness way, we clean the chakras, we clean the path in between. The energy reaches out from the soul residing in the heart to all these chakras without hindrance. A gentleman asked a very fundamental question based on his background with Christianity, where Lord Jesus talks about moment of death and how that moment demands your heart like a feather, light. Pujya Lalaji Maharaj, when he himself describes the process of death, how each chakra, yogic chakra, starting with Muladhara, how they collapse at the moment of death and how each element, meaning Panchabhutas, get dissolved and merges in the next chakra. When that is dissolved, it moves into another chakra dominant with another Panchabhutas and how it creates the impact on the body at the moment of death. Indian tradition also talks about lightness of the heart by creating the remembrance of the Lord at the moment of death. That's why in many traditions, they keep their children's name or grandchildren's name after gods and goddesses. So that at the moment of death, if you call your son, who is Krishna or Rama, you think of God, but it really does not happen like that. When you call Krishna your son, you are really addressing your son. You're not calling Lord Krishna like Draupadi out of frustration, out of helplessness, out of hopelessness. You surrender, then the Lord can come. But there is no going and coming as far as Lord is concerned, because He is everywhere. So what is the point of calling also? That defies the logic. When we talk of bonding and attachment, creates or demands energy input. Even in the material world, even in relationship, to create a bond, some level of energy input is required. That means reverse thing happens when you break the bonds, when you become detached. Stronger the bond, as it breaks, more energy is released. When we understand this aspect, very simple scientific aspect of bonding, attachment, that's why detachment in our Shastras is described and praised to its highest. But even detachment through aversion creates a worst bond possible. Just as attraction creates a bonding, there is even stronger bond created by aversion. It's not just the love that creates the bond, it's the hatred also creates the bond, and often we remember such people whom we dislike more than the one whom we like. So it really doesn't matter whether you are attached or detached with aversion, it surely creates some sort of bonding. How to destroy this, how to dissolve this, how to annihilate this bonding is to create a stronger and eternal bond with the one who is eternal. If we create a bond with ephemeral, ephemerals are going to disappear anyway. And where will this energy be released? How will you make use of it? That's why also when we decry or remain resistant or with an understanding that desires, however good, may be counterproductive, because that itself creates a bonding. At the moment of death, if the heart has to become feather-like, can I create that feather-like condition as and when I want it? You cannot. Either you are trained to do it from the very beginning or not. How do I create that moment of lightness that stays forever, eternally within me? The training starts very early in life. There is greater opportunity. And after all, to my understanding, meditation is also an experiment in dying. Each time we dive deeper in meditation and lose our awareness, enter a state of samadhi, it is parallel to a death-like situation. You are so much gone inside, absorbed inside. Nothing matters at that time. This practice of dying every day in meditation, meaning letting go of everything and be with our beloved, the eternal Lord, in our hearts, then something magical can happen, that even death cannot destroy us in any way. You will not even be afraid of death, because you have been dying every day anyway. You become part and parcel of this. Life is very short, but that period after death can be very long. For such a soul that is so refined, they cannot take birth immediately, because their feather-like state doesn't let them come back. It's only the heavier souls with heavier hearts descends back into this world because they cannot rise above. They are repeated again and again and again and again. And for the souls like the great Mahavira, Babuji Maharaj said, he was so pure. He had to wait from his previous birth to his most latest birth for 5,000 years because he could not find a matching embryo, matching soul, matching mother's vibrations that could attract such a soul. So, in short, try to lead a life like a feather full of lightness of the heart. You carry certain emotions with hurt, with arrogance, with pride. Are they really worth it? Think over it. That I am crying for my beloved. Who is your beloved anyway? These are all ephemeral, temporary relationships. Nothing wrong with them. Be with the family. They are good. Look after them. Respect them. Honor them. There is nothing wrong at all because that is God given. Your parents are given by God. Children are given to parents by God. We are each other's gift. Such a bonding is welcome. They have to be grateful. And such bonds should remain eternal. Why would I try to break my bond with my mother? It will be foolishness. It's the most welcome. So prayer is the connecting link between myself and God. In prayer, we imagine also. It's not realistic actually, it's a virtual feeling that maybe God is there with me. I use the word deliberately maybe because we are not very sure whether He's there or not. To a lot of people, this feeling is there, and I don't want to push the idea that you must believe in God. No. You may believe because you respect your parents, you respect religion, you respect certain holy literature. It's okay. So we come to this neutral ground, maybe, maybe not. And then we offer our prayer with a heart full of love and say, God, I like to believe. See? But in order to come to that level of true belief, I must experience your presence. And that attitude should be there, see. And I should not be very fixated about the nature and form of God. If I fix my idea on nature and form of God, then that will become my projection. So we are offering these sentiments in the form of words that God, you are my real goal as far as my human life is concerned. What is preventing me is, you put before that these are the things which are preventing me coming towards you. And without your help, I cannot attain that, or I cannot come to your level of consciousness. That's all.